Oh, what is going on right now? Welcome to another
Oh,
episode of the Mike and Mish Show. Can you believe it? Look at Mish. He's still in a hotel room, still hanging on by a thread. How's it feel to just live in a hotel room for a month?
I, it's not bad. I'm kind of sick of it, to be honest with you. I'm ready to go home, but living in a hotel is not that bad, my friend. And I have racked up enough rewards points since I am here for an entire month that I am now a silver member, whatever that means. I think I can like park in different spots and shit now.
Yeah, silver member is the way to go. They give you a little freaking water like this big,
Yeah,
a little bag,
cookies.
maybe an apple.
Yeah, I don't really know what any of that means, but they let me know
Get
yesterday that
special treatment.
yeah, they said you are now a silver member, Mr. Mish. I was like,
And
oh,
instead
all
of you
right.
coming in and they go, "Well, what's your name?" Yeah. Hold on. Yeah. Here's your fucking card. Get out of here. They go, yeah, and they go, "Oh, Mr. Mish, hello. How are you? Would you like a water?" "Oh, sure. Yeah, no problem." And they give you water. Here you go. "Oh, would you like a bag of chips? Would you like one of these little fucking bars that we have, fruit bar?" That's what they do, and they give you a fruit bar and all that good shit.
you know, it's been a pretty good stay here, man. The people at the front desk are nice. The place is clean. I got a balcony view of fucking Cocoa Beach right here, so I got no
Oh,
complaints. The days are long and kind of tedious because it's a lot of classroom shit. But honestly, when we get out, it's like if it's not storming, because it's been storming like crazy lately. But if when it's not storming, it's freaking beautiful out here. So I got no
really?
complaints. No complaints at
Really?
all.
Did you
No
see a
complaints,
rocket?
Mikey.
Do you see any SpaceX rockets take off?
I have not, but I've seen some Guardians of the
Nice.
Galaxy. Yeah,
That's
man.
cool. They just keep
I,
on sending shit up, huh?
yeah, I feel like they've launched about 5 or 6 SpaceXs since I've been down here, but I haven't seen a single one of them. I hear them. I hear them. There's like a sonic boom. It's like boom. It sounds like the place is under attack.
Really?
But yeah,
Wakes you up out
and
of his sleep? That must be fucking nuts.
yeah, they did one at like 11:30 last week, and I was definitely sleeping, and it woke me up out of my sleep. I ran out onto my balcony to see if I could see it, and I could not. Fucking cocksuckers.
Hey,
Anyways,
you miss everyone.
we should shout out our sponsors real quick, and then
Yes,
get this
do it.
show on the road. Let's do it.
Do it.
Norcom Mortgage and Michael Mish are delivering the American dream to those who serve America, helping veterans obtain the dream of home ownership. They offer programs that include no money down, no first-time homebuyer requirement, 100% cash out refinances, rehab loans. They can help you purchase a home, purchase a condo, refinance an existing mortgage, create a dream home with rehab loan. To learn more, visit www.michaelmish.norcommortgage.com or call 860-884-2103.
To learn more. Man, that Michael Mish. I was riding the other day we were driving to some birthday party, kid's birthday party. Went to 2 of them this past weekend. And Norcom Mortgage, there it was. Boom. Right on the
Oh
corner.
yeah.
Yeah, in Rhode Island. I thought they were only in Connecticut for some reason.
Well, like a big billboard. It was a big billboard.
No, it was a building. It was like an
Oh
office.
shit! No way. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Well, you guys know the number 860-884-2103. Hit up Mike Mish for all your mortgage needs. He is the man. And also get on bareknucklecornsnacks.com. Check out all their different flavors and different options of popcorn snacks. Get yourself some snacks. And last but not least, BKBetShark. You know, the man knows what he's doing when it comes to gambling on bare knuckle fights. He has been on a hot streak as of late once again, and he will stack your bank account for you, and you'll appreciate his help, and you can
Could stack
show him
up some
love.
serious dough. Honestly.
You can. This dude, he bets a lot of money on a lot of fights, and he wins at a very high rate. So, one of these days we'll be like the Bet Shark, Mike.
The Bet Shark, man. That guy, he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. He wins a lot. I need to spread the love there. I need to tell more people about BKBetShark. Get some people up in his DMs, send him that $50, get those picks and mirror them. You just got to do it. You got to believe in the shark.
Yeah, absolutely. Dude, we got a big show. We got a big show tonight. We got 2 guests coming on. We're going to talk to social media superstar Bryce Hall in a minute here. He's going to be making his BKFC debut against G, the cut man. Our friend Guillermo, of course, everyone knows G, but we're going to talk to Bryce about what the hell he's doing, stepping into a squared circle against a bare-knuckle fighter. And then we're going to bring on the guy who's been turning him into a juggernaut. The juggernaut himself, Lorenzo Hunt, is going to come on after Bryce, and we're going to chat with him about training this young man. So let's go ahead and bring him on. He's in the waiting room right now. Let's go ahead and bring him on. He's going to be fighting Guillermo Perez August 11th in Albuquerque, New Mexico. The man himself, Bryce Hall. What's up, man?
Hey, guys.
What's going on, man?
I like the intro you gave me. Appreciate that.
Oh, no problem. No problem at all. I'm Kyle. That's Mike. This is the Mike and Mish show. We appreciate you coming on here, man. This is a big thing that you're doing, stepping into this squared circle. So we had to get you on here. Everybody that's a BKFC fan follows the Mike and Mish show, so we had to get you on, man.
Yeah, some people would say I'm crazy for it.
Yeah. Before we get into that, though, we have some questions about you because you're a very interesting character, and now you are stepping into a whole nother realm in your life here. But man, born and raised California?
Maryland. Originally.
Maryland. You're just out in California now.
Kind of near us. I'm from Rhode Island, and he's from
yeah.
Connecticut. So good old Northeast.
Absolutely. So how'd you end up out in Cali?
Social media. Started when I was 14 years old. It took off when I was like 15.
What platform did you start with?
It was a live broadcasting platform. It was called YouNow.
Oh, wow. I don't even know about YouNow.
Yeah. Does that not exist anymore?
It's old, but it used to be like a direct competitor with Twitch.
Okay.
No shit. Well, and have you always been a fighter? Did you always train, or is this something that you started doing as of late?
I was a wrestler.
Nice.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, you mentioned that the other day, and I think you won Travis Thompson's heart over because that guy, he's a bit tough to break. But I tell you, right when you said you were a wrestler, I could see him. He softened right up. What'd you think about Travis the other day?
I joined the queue when he was like just dogging on me.
Yeah.
And I was like hearing the entire thing, kind of just sitting there. The people couldn't see me yet. And I was just sitting there like, damn, this guy really hates me.
I think, to be honest with you, I think Travis just kind of hates everybody equally. So if it makes you feel any better, he'll come on here. He's been on our show a bunch of times. We're friends with Travis, but he will constantly get in the comment section and be like, fuck you, fuck this guy. This show fucking sucks. You guys are fucking boring. Get me on the show. Fuck you. I'm like, Jesus Christ, Travis.
Yeah,
man.
Calm down, Travis. Jeez. Go find somebody's face to punch and then calm down.
Yeah,
absolutely.
He was a scary dude, though. So,
I mean, maybe he's your next opponent. If you get through G, you call out the animal.
Yeah, if I get through G, I'm just gonna go straight for like the top guys. You know what I mean?
You know, we're gonna talk about this in a second, but like, Mike, you had some questions for Bryce that you wanted to ask, right?
Well, yeah, because I obviously you're a huge star on TikTok, right? Not everybody's a huge star on TikTok or social media. So I wonder, what was your life like before you started, being on social media, being well known? Because I feel like going from just a regular life and then all of a sudden you're in the spotlight like this. It's not like you were you planning on doing this your whole life? I mean, people are now. Like a lot of people grow up like, oh, I'm going to be a social media influencer. And it's like, yeah, maybe. But you know what I mean? A lot of people that get famous are singers or actors. But this is like a whole new thing in this generation, you know?
Before social media, I always used to tell my mom I wanted to act or just do something in entertainment. So my overall goal was to be in some form of entertainment. And now that I've reached like a status on social media, it opens the the opportunities to dip my toes in every form of entertainment, whether it's fighting, acting. If I wanted to be an artist, I could. It's like I've been doing this since I was 14 years old, so it's coming up on a decade.
It's fucking crazy.
And like 10 days. When's my birthday? The 14th. 14th is my birthday.
Oh, wow.
That shit is wild, man. 10 years in the social media game. 10 years ago for me and Mike, you know where we were? We were deployed.
We were.
Deployed. Yeah, 10 years ago,
Yep.
You and I were sitting in a desert watching fights on a fucking like 18-inch TV in a dark barracks somewhere.
Yep. That's where we met. We met on deployment, pretty much. 10 years ago, you were starting your social media, and me and this guy are trying to be extremely quiet at 4:00 in the morning while UFC's playing. And we're like trying not to scream when we're watching freaking George St. Pierre fight Carlos Condit. We're like trying not to yell because there's another 50 people sleeping. It's insane. So
yeah, man. So dude, you're stepping in there. You had a boxing fight. You had a boxing match against Austin McBroom. I wanted to ask you about this. We watched this fight, and he was cracking you for sure. But do you feel like the referee stole your opportunity to win $1 million check that night? Because I felt like, yeah, Austin was getting his shots in on you, and your head was snapping a little bit, but you kind of want to die on your sword there when there's $1 million check involved, correct?
So the thing about that, I only had 2 months of training for that boxing match, and it was my first one on Austin McBroom's event. So he hired every single person on there. He was running the entire event. He trained for 1.5 years. And I wasn't scared. I was just like, screw it. I'll do it on 2 months notice. I'll learn how to throw a punch or something. The nerves got to me when 30,000 people were watching me in person. It was in the Dolphin Stadium, 30,000 people. So
for your first fight,
I wasn't like in the best mindset when I was stepping in there, especially when like the odds, like when you could bet on our odds, it was kind of like 50-50. There was no like huge favored fighter on this because no one's ever seen us fight. But yeah, I think the ref was complete bullshit. Every single time I would tie up with him, and then I would tap him, he would yell at me, and then Austin McBroom would do the same thing, and he wouldn't get yelled at. I got a point deducted for it. They called it a TKO when he threw me down. Like it was a very stupid event.
The referee was like freely swearing at you in the ring, which you never hear. He's like, get in the fucking corner. I'm like, what the hell kind of referee is this guy?
I want to punch the ref in the face.
I would imagine so. That's like super unprofessional. But yeah, I wanted to ask you about that because that was a huge stage for you to have your first fight against in front of 30,000 people. That's fucking nuts. That's a little bigger than like a high school wrestling meet, you know?
Yeah. So going to this, I'm the massive underdog. I have nothing to prove in this fight. It's all in like G's hands. So all the pressure's on him. If I want to sit back the entire fight and let him come to me, I can because I'm the inexperienced pro. I mean, I'm doing my debut for Bareknuckle. He's the 3-0 Bareknuckle fighter. So I honestly just have no nerves going into this one. I've fought in front of a ton of people, and there's zero pressure this time.
What's crazy is we're looking at you on the screen right now, and people are asking in the comments, you look huge. We know G. G's not a big dude. He fought his 3 fights at 125 pounds. What do you walk around at? And this fight is at 165, correct?
Yeah.
So what are you cutting to get? I mean, if you don't mind answering that question.
No. I usually walk around at 195, 200.
Wow. Holy shit. That's a massive size difference between you and him.
Yeah. So like, it does seem like a super outlandish matchup between the two of us, with me only having like one fight and him being like a 3-0 Bareknuckle fighter. But I'm the taller, stronger, younger fighter. And I definitely have heart.
You know, sometimes they put Sorry?
And I'm training with one of the best, Lorenzo Hunt.
Oh, absolutely. Lorenzo is, in my opinion, the number 1 pound for pound fighter. I know he's number 2 on the rankings. However, and Palomino definitely deserves to be up there, but Lorenzo wins by knockout every single time. And I feel like that puts him up on top, even though he has that one loss, but it was from like way in the beginning of his bare knuckle career. So, but what I was going to say is a lot of contracts have like a rehydration clause. And I heard that, you know, you're going to weigh in at 165, but you might come in at 185. There's no stipulation there for rehydrating. Whew.
I heard he talked to Feldman, even in like the interview, like the Road to BKFC video that they posted. G acknowledged it. He said that he was a little nervous because of my weight. I am going to probably walk into that ring at like 185.
Sheesh. I wonder. I'm curious to see, because, like I said, Mike and I have been to 19 events with the BKFC. We usually cover them live, and it's killing me to not be able to go because I love fights in Albuquerque. The events in Albuquerque are awesome. It's such a great fight town. It's one of my favorite places to go. But I'm stuck here at a military school right now, so I'm graduating this course the day you fucking fight, so I won't be able to make it out there. But like I said, we've been to 19 of them. We know G. I wouldn't say he walks around more than 145.
He walked around at 155.
150. Yeah. Okay. So, man, wow. This is a real David versus Goliath type thing here. And somebody in the comments said, if this kid lands on G, he's in the third row. So you were talking about Lorenzo, man. The training with Lorenzo. He trains like a fucking psychopath all year, every day. He's one of the hardest workers out there. What is it like, being in a training camp with the Juggernaut?
Exactly what you just said. Like, he's one of the hardest working trainers, and he trains for his fights. He trains me how he would train for a fight. So, on this camp, we worked a lot on the grappling aspect of BKFC. So being a wrestler, I mean, you're 24? 23.
23.
Yeah. 24 on August 14th.
3 days after my fight, I'll be 24.
Yeah. Did you wrestle all 4 years in high school, or did you go to college? Did you wrestle in college?
I didn't go to college because of social media.
Because why would you?
Yeah.
But I didn't go to college. I don't even have the social media.
Yeah, I wrestled all 4 years.
All 4 years. So I wrestled as well. I wrestled at a big school, and our wrestling program was super intense. And, we were always in the top 1 or 2 in the state. We sent 6 guys to the net. So our coach, what I'm getting at is our coach would smoke us on a daily basis till we fucking puke. 3 hours in the gym, 90-degree temps. Shit, hold on 1 second. Sorry about that.
Wow, look at this guy. He lost his headset.
There's a grit factor in a wrestler that people don't understand. And even like when I went to basic training, I've been in the Army 22 years ago. I went to fucking basic training. That's how old I am. Yeah, I am almost twice your age, by the way. I just realized that when I was talking. The grit factor of a wrestler that has been through like real rigid wrestling practices and then competed in meets, there's a different level of grit. And if you did that for 4 years, then you have that in you. And I would imagine that grip strength is there still, because grip strength is a big thing in wrestling. And if you get your hands behind that neck, I mean, G might be in for some trouble. I don't know, man.
There's a specific thing that me and Lorenzo were working on that we think that G is going to fall for. And that's what we're kind of relying on in this fight.
What goes through your head when Lorenzo says you're going to take this dumbbell and you're going to fucking shot put it across your yard, sprint your ass over there, squat, pick it up, and do it again, and I'm going to scream at you the entire time? What were you thinking?
Oh, it's like you can't say no to him.
Yeah.
I mean, even it's like, why am I doing this? It's like, I'm not even going to question it.
Yeah, I can imagine. He does such unorthodox training too, because not only were you throwing the dumbbells in the yard, but I saw you throwing the dumbbells in the pool too. So he like throws one really far, throws another one, and he's like, swim over and get it, and then stay underwater to get the next one, and then walk it back to him.
After like immediately after our 4-mile run, we did some more conditioning right in my backyard, and then immediately hopped in the pool and then started doing that.
Jesus. Well, it's a good thing though, because you know what? A lot of people. So the longer we've covered Bareknuckle, and it's very new, started in 2018. It was legalized in the first state, right? And a lot of people at first were like, it's just boxing without gloves. It's the same thing. But over time, people are learning that it is not at all the same thing as boxing. What it is, they're standing up and throwing punches. That's what's the same. Yeah, you're in a ring. But punch placement is so important in this sport. You can't just wail away on people's heads because you'll break your hands very easily. And then also the guard is different. You can't just hold your hands up like you would do. People can get right through that. So having Lorenzo in your corner, he must have told you a bunch of little tricks of the trade. I mean, he tells us stuff and we're like, well, I'm not going to fight, but thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's 100%. A wealth of. Have you ever seen, this is a little off topic. Have you ever seen Lorenzo lift a car in a video on his social media? There was a lady, this old lady backed her car too far and her back wheels like dropped off this little ledge. And this fucking psychopath walks over there and just deadlifts the fucking car up and the car rolls forward. That's a true story. It's on the internet somewhere.
He did that.
He is strong as fuck. I can like definitely say that he is strong as fuck.
Oh, he's in the comments.
We would be messing around just like sparring, and he wouldn't even hit me at 50%, and it would be like, oh God, I feel that.
Well, he has 7 knuckles on his hands, like you saw.
His hands are so big too. He's got like massive hands.
Yes,
he does, and like he showed us on one of our episodes. He went like that. He goes, "Look at it, look at it." And I'm pretty sure there was an extra knuckle on both sides of his fucking hand. I swear. I don't know. Maybe I was tripping that night. But you also had Brutal Bostwick out there, right?
No, he didn't come out.
Oh, I thought I saw Jake Bostwick.
Yeah, well,
he said he was going to, but he didn't.
Okay, you guys were at a boxing event together.
We were in
though.
Nashville. Yeah, we were in Nashville.
Oh, is that what it was? Okay, I thought I saw him and Lorenzo out there. That's fucking crazy, man.
Yeah, because they all kind of went to that boxing match together, and then they did an interview with that other guy that you were with that was wearing. He's like
Fred.
a sports. What's his name?
Fred.
Yeah, he's like he does like sports analyzing and stuff. I know he reports a lot on like their social media boxing and stuff like that. So in the last couple of days, something has been brewing, and it was like the corners. Lorenzo Hunt's going to corner you. And then Chris Camozzi of the UFC. Do you know Chris Camozzi? Did you know him before this?
I've seen him posting about it.
Yeah, I saw him in the comments saying, I will corner G and Lorenzo can corner him. And their fight has kind of been boiling up anyways. So I feel like it's just perfect. But they announced it recently, and I was like, whoa, this
yesterday.
Yeah, they announced it yesterday, and then they put this out, and I was like, holy shit.
Wait a minute.
This isn't a setup for a fight after you guys. I don't know what is.
Oh, you're saying they announced the corners?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I was going to say, did I miss something while I was here? Did they announce that they're actually fighting already? Or so?
Well, in a roundabout
it's coming down
way.
the pipe. It's coming down the pipe for sure.
What do you think about Chris Camozzi coming at you like this? Do you take it personal, or you think it's just him trying to get to Lorenzo?
What is this like? He's working with a G just in the corner. He's not even training him. He's not.
I think so.
We don't know. We don't know.
He's just telling him what he sees and like, hey, don't get hit by this big guy.
Yeah, because he lives in Denver.
Yeah,
and G lives in Florida.
It's cool. It's definitely cool, but it doesn't intimidate me at all.
Yeah, you don't take that personal that he's like, I'm gonna corner this guy against you. He doesn't even know you.
No, I don't give a shit.
Yeah. Now, before we finish up with you, I gotta ask you, man. Like, being that you're making your debut at the BKFC now, in Albuquerque, one of the best fight towns in the country. Like we said, last time we were in Albuquerque, Lorenzo came out with the Juggernaut walking behind him. Lorenzo's cornering you. He's been known for awesome fucking entries. Do you have your music picked out, and do you have something planned for the walkout?
I have my music picked out, but I didn't have anything like super crazy for the walkout.
No.
I have a dope outfit. Like my outfit's really sick.
Nice. Yeah, he always has a fantastic walkout. Have you gone back and watched every one of his fights and his walkouts? Because they're awesome. He definitely always comes out and does something.
He's an entertainer for sure.
Yep.
Right. And you know, being that you're an entertainer yourself, hooking up with him was a slick move by you for sure.
Oh yeah.
And I think it's gonna work out well for you guys, man. I can't wait to see it. We're gonna fire some randos at you real quick, and we'll see if you can answer them for us. All right. First question for you this weekend: Jake Paul, Nate Diaz. Who you got?
My heart says Nate Diaz, but my brain says Jake Paul.
Mike, where are you at on this?
I am in the same boat. I'm in the same boat because I do feel like, you got to give Nate Diaz his respect. He's been fighting for a long time. He definitely is. He's a boxer. We already know that he's a good boxer in MMA, but at this time in his career and the way that Jake Paul's been fighting, Nate Diaz just kind of doesn't look like he's in it, but maybe he's fooling us. I do think he's going to lose. I think that Jake Paul's going to end up winning.
I'm going to agree with both of you guys. There we go. Next one.
Name one influencer that you would love to step in the squared circle with.
None of them would.
But if you had to drag someone in there, who would it be?
I'd want like KSI.
KSI.
There you go.
I think that guy needs to be humbled.
He was ragging on you, right, recently? Because after that
he
fight,
always does. He always does. But like he'll never fight me. Like he'll say that he would kick my ass, but he's never gonna do it. So it's like,
oh man, we got to talk him into taking the gloves off and getting into the squared circle.
Never. He's like a gamer FIFA nerd.
Yeah. Hey, BKFC UK, right? He's from UK, isn't he?
Yeah, I would gladly do BKFC with KSI, 100%.
There you go. Oh man,
he would never do it though.
That would be fucking awesome. He's getting very rich off Prime right now, so I don't know if he'd ever do that.
Yeah, he doesn't want his fucked up. Understandable.
Here we go. Foxtrot, Mike, Kilo. You know the game. These three ladies, and I don't know how to pronounce.
Charlie D'Amelio, Alex Earl, and Lauren Gray.
All
what
right.
do you got?
Wait, what am I picking them for?
Right.
FMK.
Oh, fuck, Mary Kill. Okay.
Yeah, Foxtrot, Mike, Kilo.
Shit, dude, this is weird. I know this. I know.
I know them all.
Oh, fuck, this is weird. I'm definitely gonna probably fuck Alex Earl, consensually, obviously.
Yes.
Dude, Charlie
she was on
D'Amelio,
Howard Stern.
so young. Obviously. She's like 18, so I'm probably gonna have to kill her. And then
marry
Lauren Gray. I don't want to even marry her, but I guess that's the only option left.
Oh, thank you for playing along. That was fantastic. All right, and we got two more for you, and then we're gonna bring on your training partner for a second. Just before we let you go, I want to have him come on with you and say a few things.
Yeah, I want to see what he says about me.
All right, TikTok gets shut down by the government tomorrow. What happens next?
I'm going to be a BKFC fighter then.
Nice.
Go. Awesome
Hell
answer.
yeah.
And Mike, last one.
What's the weirdest thing that a fan has requested of you?
Like probably like a shirtless photo. Like I'm next to them and then they ask me to take my shirt off for the photo.
Yeah, it makes it awkward. Like,
okay.
okay.
Both. I don't really want to take my shirt off right now.
People don't like text you and go, "Can we get a feet pic, please?" You know?
No, I haven't got any of those.
Not yet. Well, you get them now. Here we go. Hey, here we go. Let's go. Let's bring him on. The juggernaut himself.
Yeah. Big Daddy Donkey Nuts.
Big Daddy Donkey Nuts. What's happening, Lorenzo?
What's up, y'all? I'm trying to get my little stand to work right. Can you see me?
Yeah, we can see you.
He said,
"What's up, Bryce?
What's up, dude?
Look like you've been jogging, man. You getting it in?
Come on. We're still after it.
Show him. Hey, Bryce, show him them knuckles. Bryce. They all healed up. Yes,
Oh,
sir.
Were you
Not
conditioning
Yes,
them?
fully
sir.
healed yet.
Lorenzo,
Yeah,
what do you got this
man.
kid doing? What did you have this kid doing out there in California? We see these crazy ass videos. You're hucking weights around. You're fucking jumping rope. You're punching the shit out of them. What's up?
Honestly, you know me, man. I've trained a lot of champions. I am a champion. I know my stuff. And when they first reached out to me, Bryce Hall people and David Feld, when they first reached out to me about training them, you know me, I'm a no nonsense guy. I'm not really in it for the publicity stunts. Like, this shit is real. So going out there to Cali, seeing Bryce, seeing his house, seeing his porch, I'm like, man, I'm thinking I'm finna have to drag this kid out the bed and just, just get him up and sober him up. And listen, I don't want to do that. But I was pleasantly surprised that this dude was all about his business. He was all heart. He showed up on time. He ran his ass off. He pushed himself. I mean, near like to throwing up. I mean, I tried to drown him. I punched the shit out of him. He didn't cower. I was pleasantly surprised. I didn't think he would be strong. I thought that he thought it was a game, but he's the real deal, and I'm actually real proud of him. Like this shit's go the way people think it's gonna go.
Man, Bryce, what do you got to say about all that?
Just being honest, like.
I know. I saw him like do an interview and he said that, and I do appreciate that. I trained my ass off with him, and we're gonna be working a lot in New Mexico too. And after this, after I do show people like what I'm actually made of, I'm gonna do something fully with Lorenzo. I've never trained as hard with someone other than Lorenzo. Push me to my for sure.
It would be great to get a full camp from after you heal, whatever, if you get any injuries from this fight. But after that happens, you get a nice full camp and learn and take it extremely serious, which looks like you already have been, because you know that everyone's coming after you.
I know I'm a massive underdog. It's like I don't really need to prove anything. I'm gonna go in there and do my thing. Everything that I've learned to do, I learn fast, and I can crack, and I don't think people understand that.
Well, Lorenzo is
first thing.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, in the fight game, the worst thing you can do is underestimate your opponent, and I'm not one to underestimate people, but I walked into the situation and I underestimated them. So I know G's underestimated them. I know BKFC underestimated them. I know the Vegas is underestimating them, and that's the worst thing you can do. And like I said, I got out there. He even cracked. Shit. I'm thinking, I know G. I like G. I hope he'll be okay. Shit. Like, shit, it is what it is. It's a fight,
Awesome. Hey, Lorenzo, we're going to finish up with Bryce. I'm going to pull you off the screen real quick, finish up with Bryce, and I'm going to bring you right back on after we let him go. Sound all right?
All right, bet.
All right. So, Bryce, final words for anybody that's paying attention that should be tuning in on August 11th, Albuquerque, New Mexico, G. Perez versus Bryce Hall. What do you got to say?
You know how BKFC goes. Don't blink, you might miss it.
Simple and easy, man. We're excited to see this fight. Unfortunately, we can't be there live, but best of luck to you. And if you get through G, call out the animal Travis Thompson and smack him around, would you? All right, brother.
Like, living, so.
There you go. Mike, you got anything else for Bryce?
Nah, man, thanks for coming on. I'm glad that you're taking this seriously and you got a real training partner and you're going in there with your head on straight. So it makes me happy to know, because obviously, like I was saying, a lot of people gun for anybody who doesn't belong to the sport and tries to break in. You're going to get that I don't want to call it hate, but
that pushback.
People
I'm gonna surprise the entire BKFC community 100%.
It's awesome to hear, man. Thank you so much for coming on the show, and we will be tuned in on August 11th.
Thank you so much.
See you later, bud.
All right, take it easy.
Right. Here he is. I mean, That guy's got the right training partner. Let's bring him back in here and let's talk to Lorenzo about this. Boom.
What's up?
Hey now,
Lorenzo, there you are, man. Hey, he seems dialed in. We saw all the videos of you guys working out. You're putting this kid through the friggin' ringer for sure. Yeah. Is G in trouble or what?
I mean, a fight's a fight. It's all about heart. It's all about focus and ambition. And like I said, with Bryce Hall, I've been training guys for a really, really long time. One of Bryce's biggest attributes is he's a very, very quick study. And I don't know if that speaks to his intelligence. Maybe he's got a high IQ, something weird like that. But I've been training guys a long time. The things that I was teaching him, the things that he was picking up have taken me months, for some people even years. I'm starting to think the people I've been training before just might be slow, because this guy is like picking up things in a day or two that it takes people years to pick up. Whether he can execute it in a fight or stay poised or even just show a little of that, a glimpse of that. It only takes a glimpse, just a mild stroke of retention of anything that I showed him. And you already know every time I move, it's a knockout. So I would very, very much, I'm very interested to see if he gets relaxed in there and if he focused and if he does some of the things that we practice. It's hard for any person, just starting out to kind of listen to corners and do everything right. But I can't be there, and I want to see what happens.
Who else is going to be in the corner with you?
He has a coach, another guy. He wasn't there when we were training, but I know that he has another coach that's been working with him for a while. Probably knows him a little better than me, or they kind of have their own team. I just came in just to kind of brush him up on the rules and just give him a little bit of that fire and just wake him up. And I really tried to scare him away. I really tried to scare him away from this. And the fact that he didn't budge, his resolve was for sure. He know that he wanted to do this. Then that gives me a little bit of more hope that, maybe we just don't know this kid. Maybe we just watching YouTube and TikTok, and we think he's a fucking prankster or a dancer, and actually he's a killer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
He might actually be the psycho that Bareknuckle needs, Wow.
Yeah, he's young, he's motivated. Like you're saying, he's not quitting. He's definitely a smart kid, and he took some cracks in that boxing match. When he fought that boxing match, he took some shots. He was bleeding from his nose. I don't know if his nose got broken or anything, but it's not like he stopped fighting. He just kept coming forward. I know that's a lot of people stop.
Not only did he not stop, he was actually still fighting when the referee jumped in between them. And I watched the fight a few times. It looked like the referee was more agitated with the style of the fight. I was actually there. I meant to tell you guys, I was actually there that night. I was one
really?
of the guest judges. Yeah, I was a guest judge for that fight. I was there that night. So which is crazy because remember, I'm always in the mix. And he was pissed. He was actually pissed, and he had just landed a few solid shots on the kid that he was fighting. I really didn't necessarily agree with the stoppage of his first fight, but I do know that referees sometimes tend to kind of jump in. It was an amateur match. You saw a little blood. You saw him off balance. Maybe the ref had been instructed to jump in if it gets ugly. And Bryce, I think he's the type of person looking for a challenge. He's looking for an ugly fight. So we may have to prep the ref a little bit to say, hey, let it go, man. Let him fight. He came to fight. He trained to fight. You got to let him fight. Stop trying to save him.
What did you think of the way the referee was talking to the fighters on that night? Did you?
It was horrible. It was horrible. It was almost like he was drunk. I saw that, you know, I was actually there that night. And like I said, he did seem really frustrated and really agitated, almost like he didn't want to be there, you know? And, you know, it's a lot of moving parts, a lot of little pieces to put together, to put together a good fight, you know, little things wrong. Even with me, with my one loss against Trujillo with Andy Glenn, I personally feel through and through to my heart that was an early stoppage. You know what I mean? My lip was cut, but shit, we seen worse. It's bare knuckle. And knowing what you know now, that I can get up and change destiny, you should have let that fight go on. Sometimes it happens, you know.
I agree with that. And I agree with I thought the stoppage in Bryce's fight with that kid, Austin McBroom, especially because there was $1 million check involved to the winner. You know what I mean? You could get, like you did it. You can get up and win. You know what I mean?
He did better than Ryan Garcia. At least he was still fighting.
That's true. That's true. So hey, you're cornering him, and then all of a sudden, 2 days ago or yesterday, I think, they announced that Camozzi's cornering G. What do we hear about this? Is something in the works here, or are we all you know,
getting strung along?
Are we getting strung along, or are we working our way towards something soon? I know you can't.
I don't really know. I don't know if you guys noticed. I've been out of the loop. I've been out of the loop a little bit, you know, out there training Bryce. You know, the mastermind. I will say that the masterminds. Y'all saw the Belcher fight, the nonsense garbage that he put on over there at Misfits. That guy Chase just made a video today, like, yeah, I went 3 rounds with the Bareknuckle world champion. I don't even have a scratch. You know, that's a win for me. You know. And it's just like, bro, like I could have put him down with my right hand tied behind my back and my shoestrings tied. And for Belcher to bail from this and go over there to put on a subpar garbage show, knowing that he had me to fight, it shouldn't be a mystery anymore why he left. It should not be any question in anybody's heart why he left when I challenged him for the heavyweight belt. With Camozzi rising up to the challenge, he's literally like the only guy left. Like he's the only person in the organization that even makes for a fight at all. Like who else?
Right.
Like remember, I asked you this before.
Yeah.
Who's gonna stop me? I asked you that. I asked you on this place. I said, who's gonna do it? Who's gonna do it?
We tried to come up with names, and you just said it. In the top 5 in the cruiserweight division, I mean, the only other name that would be a name would be Houston Alexander, and you had stated in the past that you guys are friends, and you wouldn't want to fight Houston either, respectfully. So
I wouldn't want to fight Houston, not just because you know he's a cool guy. He's doing his best to do his thing at 50 years old. I get nothing out of hurting Houston Alexander. I get nothing out of that. Right. You know what I mean? It'll actually be a mental fuck for me to even have to fight him, knowing the type of power that I possess and being afraid that possibly end his life. And I don't want that. I don't want that on my conscience. I don't want that. So, like I said, he did good. He's 4-0 or some 3-0, 4-0. If offer me a whole bunch of money, then hey, it'll happen. But with Chris Camozzi, like I said, he's 2-0 for a fight. I'm interested to see if David Feldman writes his name on a piece of paper. Because as you know, everybody who David writes their name next to my name gets retired. So if the BKFC's done with Chris Camozzi, go ahead and write his name on a piece of paper so I can send his ass to Walmart. He can be a Walmart greeter.
Yeah, I think I think that's the smartest matchup in the division. And with all due respect, Houston Alexander, I love that guy. That guy, we've had him on the show a couple times. He is the coolest fucking guy. I love talking to him. He does great things for his community. He's fantastic. He has a great storied history in combat sports. But
He doesn't need to fight you.
I do not want to see him
Nope.
fight you. And because I think that you will beat him, and I don't think that we need to see it. I don't think that we need to see it. I don't. I'm sorry, Houston. I don't mean to be a dick, but
it's definitely a mutual respect thing. Houston Alexander did amazing. His name has been ringing bells in the UFC, and every week, he's done enough. I told Joe Riggs the same thing. I said, hey, Joe, you've done enough. You don't have to fight me. He didn't have to fight me for the belt. He could have, trained up some kids and got the belt in Montana another way. He didn't have to sacrifice himself that way. And I'm not playing when I get in that ring. The things that I'm saying, the nice guy that I am, and the guy that's taking pictures with the fans and all of that shit stops. As soon as I jump over those ropes, different. And I would like to.
So
awesome personality. He's a good person to know. He calls time, we chop it up. I just don't want to destroy that. You know what I mean? I don't want to destroy that.
Absolutely.
So yeah, whoever's next, who's ranked? What's the ranking look like in the 205 division?
The rankings is number 1, Quentin Henry, 2, Houston Alexander, 3, Jeremy Smith, 4, Chris Camozzi, 5 is tied between Gustavo Trujillo and Sawyer Deepy. So
you guys are rattling off. You guys are rattling off literally retired names.
And
people
then
I've beat, people I've run from the organization, and people who don't stand a chance in the fiery pits of hell with me chained up at winning. So I'm just like, hey, Chris Camozzi, they want to force me to defend the 205 instead of offering me the heavyweight title fight. Okay, I'll defend. It's almost been a year.
Last week on the show, I don't know. He's been out of action since you guys fought, so I don't know what's going on.
I'm pretty sure I hit him hard enough to wipe him off the list. Like, stop it.
So last week on this show, we were talking if I believe they're going back to Denver soon. If they're talking you and him cornering these two guys, they obviously got to make this fight sometime in the future. Why not put you two against each other in Denver, put Arnold Adams and Big Ben on that same card, and then you're right there, man. You're right there. You can ask for the winner of that one.
Man, I'm not asking to fight no more of these guys. Everybody know what I want, and now at this point, it just seems like roadblock after roadblock after roadblock. I'll say this: after I defend my 205 belt against whoever they put in there, right? What's left?
Would you fight Danny Christie at 185?
Yeah, I was going to bring this up.
I mean, I'm saying if you want to bop me around from 185 to 205 to 185 to 205, then I'll do it because I need a paycheck. I got to eat. If you guys think Danny Christie can stomach it, I don't like the fact that he has that belt. That he should have had like a little funny colored London flag belt or something. They shouldn't have gave him the same belt that I got but whatever. I just feel like the heavyweight title is in my future.
That's what I wanted to see. I think that's what a whole lot of people wanted to see.
Future. And I think that me versus Ben or me versus Arnold Adams would make way more sense than me and Chris Camozzi, who's 2-0, who hasn't fought anybody from the BKFC, who hasn't even gotten his feet wet. And I believe that, maybe Chris Camozzi could have been a star, if he got a little more time in there, before they throw him to the shark. If they make him fight me, no more Chris Camozzi. That's bad for the company. Big Ben, he's on his way out anyway. If I spark Big Ben and he hits the ground like a ton of bricks, It's okay. He was going to retire anyway. We weren't going to get much more out of him. You know what I mean? Arnold Adams, last leg. Nobody's heard his name. He's literally the boogeyman. He's disappeared. You might as well let me knock his teeth out. He's going away anyway. You can tell these guys are on the decline, right? You can see it. Arnold Adams on the decline, 2 L's in a row. No more Arnold Adams. Big Ben's damn near 46 something years old. I'll punch him in his belly and punch him in the chin. No, man, that's okay. We got up and coming guys. We got guys coming up. We got Danny Christie coming from overseas. We got people we can get. Mike Richmond. Bye Mike Richmond. No more of that shit. Bye Quentin Henry. Peace. Bye Mr. Hero. These guys are, bro. I'm really. I used to think I was helping, but if you look at all the people I've eliminated off the roster, I might be hurting the BKFC.
Jesus, man. You are one for the microphone for sure, dude. You got your fucking you're gold every single time.
I don't lie, bro. I'm telling the truth. It's all truth, bro. It's just the truth.
It is true. Shit. It is true.
I mean,
you are speaking no lies.
Even the show. Let's talk about this last show with Dave Mundell and Mike Richmond, and then the interim weird title stuff, right? How weird was it that you put these 2 goofballs in there to fight for an interim belt that I already own, and they can't even figure it out long enough to make just get a fake belt. They smash heads together and fall all over the place. You can't even give it away. You can't. These guys, I said they weren't ready. Jared Warren.
And
he wasn't hurt. He quit. Josh Dyer. His second
no contest in a row.
Second no contest in a row.
Yeah.
So he just comes in and just headbutts the shit out of people, and he's a DQ waiting to happen. Come on, man, stop it. Just stop it.
Well, our good friend Howie's in the comments, and he says, let's have a heavyweight and championship fight, Lorenzo versus Mick Terrell in London. What do you think about that one?
So I think the weird thing about Mick Terrell is that he's hanging around. I guess he's got a name, or maybe he's got some followers in London, but he lost, right?
He lost to Arnold Adams in his BKFC debut.
Yeah.
But
he's been winning over there or something.
Well, he was undefeated when he was with BKB.
Yeah.
And then he came over here. He lost to Arnold Adams, but I think he's won two or three.
Sam Shoemaker, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
And then
something like that. Listen.
And he beat like Panda Banks, I think.
Yeah, and he beat Panda Banks. Yeah. So he's 2-1 in BKFC.
They're trying to make they're trying to make the divisions, trying to open up the divisions, trying to move some things around. If BKFC had shot me a heavyweight title, it would have opened up 2 divisions because I would have dropped both belts. Just give me a heavyweight title fight. It opens up the 205 division. It opens up the 185 division. I'll go to heavyweight and stay.
Man,
I'd hate to see you leave the cruiserweight division because I think they need you there at that division. Like the heavyweight division now, they're getting thin. They're thinned out.
It would give it time to develop, though. It would give it time to grow. It would give it time. I could come back for a good fight, for a good name or something like that. I'll be like Conor McGregor. I'll be hanging around waiting for somebody, and then they'll be like, "Hey, we got a bunch of money from you. Come retire this guy," and I'll come, off my yacht and with my tight pants on and my balls showing on one side, and I'll retire this guy.
Everybody's talking about my tight pants.
And I'll just retire that guy and then retire that guy, and I'll just hang around for a paycheck.
How about a new free agent on the market as of Saturday, Derek the Black Beast Lewis?
Oh my God!
You think we can get him over into the BKFC?
No, because he went to free agency with a win, right?
Yeah, he's not. He's staying there.
He's not coming here. He's staying right over there in the
I don't think he's staying there. I think he goes over to PFL and
take his pants off.
I think he goes over there.
His balls is hot. He can run around.
It would be.
I might try that one day. I've done everything else. I take the pants off and tell everybody my balls
Balls is hot. Yeah, that dude's hilarious, man.
I love him. I don't think UFC will let him go to after what happened with Ngannou. You know, they're not gonna admit, Dana White's not gonna admit that he fucked up there and lost him. I don't think they're gonna let Derek Lewis go. They can't. They cannot.
Yeah.
He's too good.
Yeah. It's getting interesting, but hey, you know one thing. If I know David Feldman, he'll come up with something. I don't care if he got to get the ring and go make a deal with Sardon and bring some golem monsters from the Lord of the Rings. He's gonna find somebody somewhere. Believe me, he's gonna find somebody somewhere. Michael Venom Page is a free agent right now. I like to stroke him at 185. You can bring him over here. You know, I helped train Mike Perry to beat him up, so we already won once. So just bring him over here. I'll tighten him up. I'll fight him at a catch weight or whatever. You know. I mean, we'll think of something. We'll think of something.
So, all right. Well, before we let you go here, this fight with Bryce Hall and G Perez. Bryce is a big kid. Like, we were talking to him about his size, and we all know G's a kind of small guy. What do you think about this size difference? Like this immense size difference between G and Bryce. Is G biting off too much here, you think?
Well, you know, like I said, I know them both. I know G's temperament. I know Bryce. I'm thinking the size is going to be an issue. More so than size will be the power difference. I'm not looking for Bryce to win every minute of every round, but I do think that when he hits G, it's going to change the dynamics of the fight. And then Bryce is kind of a brawler. So one mistake will turn into the rest of your life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
One or two shots. You know, I had some sparring partners fly out from Florida because I didn't know many guys in Cali, and he was putting them away, and I'm like, shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, shit. Like, what a wasted plane to right. So it's gonna be a fight. It's gonna be a fight.
Good. I really hope it is. I really do.
Did Bryce have a boxing ring at his house, or did you guys have a gym nearby that you were training
No,
at?
we had a gym. We had a gym nearby, but he had just about every damn thing else at his house. But the gym it's called No Limit gym in California. It was awesome, bro. It had everything. It had a whole outside compound with a whole inside compound. It had a boxing ring. It had CrossFit stuff. It had a basketball hoop. It was. Bro,
wow.
Oh my God, it was gorgeous.
You thinking about moving?
I was in the right place. Yeah.
As you were there in Bryce's house in LA, and you're looking around, you're like, why the fuck am I fighting, and why didn't I do TikTok? What do you think? Isn't that crazy?
Man, listen, I had that epiphany moment already when I went to their first fight. When I went to that fight at the Hard Rock, it was not at the Hard Rock, the part where we go in. It was at the Hard Rock Stadium.
Yep.
And they sold it out. And what I mean by sold it out, have you ever been at a Hard Rock and there was no food anywhere?
Oh, Jesus.
Those kids came and ate every French fry, every piece of pizza, every piece of chicken in the whole Hard Rock casino.
Damn.
There was no food. And they were passionate. They were crazy. There was lines out the door. And I had never seen that type of power. They made a mistake on a call. And when they started booing, you could smell their breath. It was terrifying. It was terrifying. And they were falling out on the floor crying when their guy lost. Those TikTokers, bro, we're talking 60 million followers. They better hope these guys don't start running for president.
Right.
You got 60 million people watching what you do?
Yeah.
Right. It's crazy, isn't it?
Right. Yeah. I didn't know shit about TikTok. My niece had to teach me. And I didn't know nothing about really I just got good at Instagram. You know, I struggled with that. Facebook, you know, that was our thing. You know, Facebook was the most advanced shit you got. Yeah. But now it's Snapchat and there's so much other stuff like.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
There's kids out there making fucking. There's kids out there making like fucking 10 G's a day on TikTok.
It's
A day.
insane. Insane.
Yeah, I'm trying to work with it. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm just too busy. I'm the old school worker bee kind of guy that's just kind of puts his head down. And I believe that everything is a distraction from being great. You know, I have done good at like posting my lives and posting my workouts and kind of keeping everybody abreast of what's going on every day. So I kind of got my own little reality show going. But as far as content, I'm probably going to need to hire somebody to sit around and chop up content and stick it on TikTok or something, because I'm just too busy, man. I'm just too busy. I'm about fall out, sleep. It's past my bedtime right now.
It's a lot. It's a lot. That's what he does full time,
Like,
is he's
over,
doing that.
It's
because
over with for me. Like, I'm usually asleep by now.
Fuck.
And we'll let you go in a second, but before we do, hey, check this out. We're going to give away this poster right here, and we already have a trivia question. Maybe you don't, if you know the answer, keep it to yourself. Mike, ask the knockout question. Whoever gets this right will get this autograph photo poster with all the autographs fighters on there. So go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, courtesy of Extreme BK Fans page. How many KOTKOs happened on this night? First person with the right answer will win that poster. And in true BKFC fashion, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is why we watch this shit. Okay?
I don't even know. I don't really watch the fights when I'm there.
Yeah, it was
I'm in the back, like in the zone, visualizing and meditating and creating, you know, the perfect storm.
Boom. Right?
Contrary
Mike,
to popular belief, sometimes
Yes.
He got it.
Yes.
We got one.
We did get
How
it.
many was it?
9. The answer was
no, it's not. It's 7.
It's 7. Oh, I
Yeah.
thought it was 9. My bad.
No.
7.
So there was 9 fights that night.
9 fights, 7 knockouts. That's
7
right.
knockouts. See, Kyle's gonna give it away to someone else. Shit.
Well, there it is, man. Of course, you had the controversial. That was a win for you, though, right? That was a TKO win, right?
Oh, should we say 8
It
then?
was a KO.
We should say 8
We should have
because
said
you
8.
got 2 knockouts that night,
It was
Lorenzo.
a KO win, yeah.
Right? Yeah. So you got 2 in one fight.
I wouldn't count the first one because he faked it, bro. He literally faked an orgasm.
Okay, fine. We won't count the first one.
He definitely. I know when they're faking. I know when they're faking it. You don't have to make me feel good. You don't have to fake it. She faked an orgasm, and she laid there and act like she was all flush, just like in the movies, and it was the best ever. Nah, give me a cigarette. He was saying, give me a cigarette, bro. No, he faked that, bro. He faked.
I can't. We were always on the side. I think just about every single person that watched it, except his family and friends. Which, for me, if you're in an argument and every single person that watched it, except the person, their family, and their closest friends think it went one way, then the family and them are wrong. I mean, it's just so obvious to me. But you know,
listen, the scariest part.
Yeah, whatever.
The scariest part about that, like, I don't know if you guys notice about me, I'm a really paranoid guy. The scariest part about that was, in order for him to go straight to that, he had to plan it. He planned to get me DQ'd. He planned it.
Well, for the conspiracy theorist out there, you better start looking into that.
He planned it. It's called a flop. You know, like LeBron James, you know, it's called a flop. You got to sell it.
It's hard to come back. It's hard to come back from that too. That's I'm pretty sure.
Which is why he's not back.
I don't know if we'll ever see him back. To be honest with you,
I haven't seen him for a while.
They call him Quentin. They call him Quentin Henry in his own town. They called him that before I got there. They call him Quentin Henry. Quitting. Henry. Yeah. That was before that happened. Yeah, so everybody knows what's up.
There were a few incidences past that probably drummed that up. Lorenzo, you are fucking gold on the mic every single time you come on here. We cannot wait to see the product that you have been producing out there in California when this kid Bryce Hall steps in there with G Perez August 11th. You'll be there. Kamosi will be there. Hopefully we hear some news about you sometime in the real near future, because we want to see you back in there fighting. It's what you do best. But thank you very much for popping on here. I know this was kind of like a couple days notice. I think I don't know if I asked you yesterday or the day before. So thank you for giving us a little bit of your time. Any final words for the people out there?
Yeah, tune into this fight, you guys. I'm looking for the fireworks. You can take it on you can get the app, do whatever you got to do to watch the fight, get you a ticket. I'm telling you, you will enjoy the show. Bryce has a big heart. He's super smart. He will put on the show. He will not quit. He'd rather die in there. And that's going to cause for some fireworks. So like I said, you all are guys going to enjoy the show, and just hit me up on my Instagram or my YouTube or my website at the Juggernaut Hunt, and just shoot me what you think in the comments, what you think about the fight. I know that for certain, everyone will love Bryce Hall after this. Win or lose or draw, he is going to lay his heart out for us. And everybody will understand that this boy is the real deal. He's got a future in fighting no matter what happens August 11th.
That's a ringing endorsement from a double champ right there. And maybe this will lead you to your next career move of training TikTok stars to becoming world champions. Maybe get that money.
It's magic, man. Like I said, all he's got to do is do a little bit of what I showed him, and it's going to be all bad.
Awesome, man. Thank you very much for coming on, Lorenzo. Mike, you got anything else for him?
Yeah, man. Thank you so much. Always appreciated. Love having you on.
All right.
You are, I think you're still the reigning champ for guest appearances on the Mike and Mish show too. So
17 appearances, 17 appearanrances on 217 episodes. What do you think about that?
Killing it, man.
All right, brother.
Y'all got to have me more. I don't think that's enough.
Yeah, well, let's get some fight. Let's get some fight news and get you back on here.
I'll be co-hosting the Mike and Mish show after New Year's. I'll be part owner of Mike and Mish. That's my prediction.
All right, dude. Go get some sleep. We passed your bedtime, so we'll talk to you soon.
All right, bye.
All right, later. That dude is he is money. He's money every time, man. He is. I feel like, and the best thing about him, I feel like he doesn't come with all the shit that he says is not like locked and stocked and ready to fucking shoot. He's coming up with that shit off the top constantly.
Does, yes. He says a lot of funny shit. That's even when we just talk to him off the cuff, he always says funny shit. He's
fucking hilarious, man. He is a character for sure.
Yep.
That was great, man. It was very cool to talk to Bryce. I didn't really know much about him, and I'm extremely interested.
I had about 70,000 questions I could have asked. Like, we had like 20 minutes. Like, I'd get him on here for 2-3 hours and just talk about his life. There's so much going on in that kid's life. I cannot believe I'm looking through his TikTok, and every time he has somebody with him in a video, most of the time female, you click on their damn profile and go to theirs, and then this person has 88 million followers, more than he's got like 23, I think.
I think it's 26.9 or something.
Yeah, and then you go and the next person has 20, and this person has 88, and this person has it, and I'm like, oh my god, are you kidding me? Like, all these fucking people are just posting shit on social media and just living the life. They're only 23. Oh my god! I am. I just turned 40 on Saturday, and I'm freaking already I'm thinking about oh my god, my life is more than halfway over.
Mike, Bryce Hall was 1 year old when I joined the Army.
Yeah,
it's
unbelievable.
God,
You should have told Bryce you need to send your damn music to DJ Tony. I think what he meant was he has it picked out, but I don't think he actually sent it to Tony. I saw Tony go, but I don't have the music.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Hit him up.
Lorenzo will show him what to do.
Yeah. Talk to Lorenzo. Unbelievable. Yeah, man. And thank you to Lorenzo for popping on here, giving us his insight on this fight. It definitely made this fight way more interesting, didn't it? Because I'm like, and nothing against Bryce. Like, I'm just showing our age here. I really didn't know because I don't follow a ton of TikTok.
No, I don't know
stars.
anybody.
I didn't know. So when they announced that G Perez is fighting this kid Bryce Hall, I was just like, oh, I honestly didn't know.
G Perez is the star in my eyes.
Yeah, and
I know G. He's fought 3
unbe-
times for BKFC. I know who he is. We see him
Yeah.
all the time. He drives the cars. He does this. He does that. We're hanging out with him in a hotel room. I know him. Bryce Hall's got 26 million followers. Never heard of him in my life.
And he's cool as hell. I mean, that was a good conversation. He's cool as hell. And he's doing what many would not, and that's stepping into a professional arena and fighting with no gloves on. So kid's got balls, man. He's got some. You know what Kevin Garnett used to say? Grit and balls. Grit and balls. That's what he's got. So thank you to him. Thank you for the Juggernaut for coming on. We got a show tomorrow night, guys. We're gonna keep this. We're gonna keep this train going.
It's in the comments. It's in. The comments. It's right here. Let me bring it up here. Boom.
Boom. Guess who we're talking to tomorrow night? We're going to talk to the Brown Bomber himself, Will Santiago, who's fighting. He's fighting Blake Lacaze, right? Is that who he's fighting? No.
I'll tell you.
Or is he fighting Holloway?
Yes.
He's fighting Jeremy Holloway. So we're going to talk to Will Santiago about fighting Jeremy Holloway.
Who we talked to just a couple weeks ago.
Who we talked to,
And Blake is fighting Sanchez.
That's who he's fighting.
Yeah.
We're going to bring on G Perez tomorrow night, and we're going to follow up our talk with Bryce with a chat with his opponent. So we're going to talk to G about having Camozzi in his corner. Shit, maybe I'll shoot him a message and see if Camozzi wants to jump on here after Sydney tomorrow. But we're going to have Sydney Smith coming on after G, and she's going to talk about her upcoming fight with Melanie Shaw. So it's listen, we haven't missed a day since I've been at this school.
Yeah, it's been working out pretty well.
Consistency, man, and a shout out to the Wi-Fi here, like I do every week, man. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I can't believe it's working so well.
It was your birthday this past weekend. What did you do, Mike? Anything good?
What I did was I woke up bright and early like usual because my kids are up at the ass crack of dawn. I did not sleep in. I got a fresh haircut at 8 a.m. That's a new me, 40, brand new haircut. Got up, did that shit. My day seemed like it lasts forever. Came back, hung out, and then I went to a birthday party.
Not yours.
Not mine. Nope. Brooklyn's friend from school turned 6, so we went to her birthday party. So I went to kid's birthday party, but I enjoyed it because I just sat there and I just ate food the whole time, food and cake, and I felt like it was my birthday, you know.
Did they have a bounce house or like a water slide?
Yeah, they did. They had like a water slide bounce house.
Yeah.
Yep. So they were doing that, and I was just grubbing away on chips and pizza and every freaking some whatever the hell they had for a cake. Yeah, that's all I did. And then I hung out and I got some barbecue. I got a whole rack of ribs for dinner. That's what I wanted. Nice rack of ribs.
Nice, man. Well, happy birthday, belated. And I'm glad you had a good weekend. What's that?
Just hung with the fam, you know.
That's good. Jessica Link in the comments. Shout out to her. She says, Mike and
what's
Mish,
up?
She says you guys need to come out to the Midwest and get jacked like us Kansas kids. Come hang.
Yeah. I know we do. Miss you, Jessica. Definitely do.
It's always
love catching up with them. We were just talking about you last week, right? Who were we talking to? We were talking to Justin Martinez, and we brought up Jessica Link, and the cat came back the very next day story. And man, God, if that cat's still alive, you must really love that cat, you know, because that cat would have been get out of here.
That cat would have been gone, dude. Are you kidding me? Oh, no way. Oh, my
God.
Yeah. Good people out there.
Hope everything's good with you, Jessica.
Yeah. So, Mike, I think we have enough tonight, and I have to go to school in the morning, so I'm going to get out of here. Thanks again to our guests for the evening. Make sure you guys are tuned in tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, like we always do, and check out Santiago, G, and Sydney Smith. Should be another good one. And I'll talk to you tomorrow, Mikey. Peace.
Hello, we're still here again.